and then see how it goes. Because at the moment, we're currently filming this in my living room with 2 lights from TikTok Shop.
And this light, by the way, which a friend made a comment to me about yesterday. I was like, oh, do you notice that it always runs out towards the end? And she's like, yeah, I do. Why are you putting that there? And I was like, because it's pretty.
We like it.
And I was like,
it gives us depth.
We're in Kay's living room.
We're trying our best, okay, with our very dirty sofa that's 11 years old. And we're trying.
We're just 2 girlies with a dream and a microphone.
Absolutely. Also, just turn the video off, please. Just listen to it on iTunes. It'll be better.
Could be worse. We could be men with microphones.
We could be men with microphones.
Could be Stephen Bartlett. Oh, who said that?
What?
Anyway.
The shade from you today is amazing.
I don't know who put 50p in me today.
Absolutely. But anyway, hello.
You're listening to Your Number One, the podcast where we count down to your number one. My name is Naomi. I am a presenter and a radio producer. I was going to say DJ. That's not me. That's you.
No, I'm the DJ. I'm Kay. I'm a DJ and presenter. And this week we are deep diving the Spice Girls solo singles in honour of Melanie C's brand new album coming out this week. This is not sponsored. I'm just a massive fan and I just got really excited. So I've dragged Naomi into this situation and I think we're going to have some fun today.
We are. I've come with my Baby Spice
I
hair.
love your little Baby Spice hair.
You know, I feel like I should have worn pink.
Were you always a Baby Spice?
100% a Baby Spice.
I can see that in you. Yeah.
Like, that's not even a question.
You're not even doubting yourself at this point.
Which one are you?
I was Sporty Spice.
Yes. You have got a Sporty Spice vibe going on today.
I was obsessed with her at school and I was always the Sporty Spice when we were dressing up in school. So this is why I'm kind of like, I'm obsessed with also the new stuff and like the dancier stuff. And I was like thinking about it, that she's the only one sort of still going in music. And then when I started deeping it, I was like, actually, there's so much we can chat. So I'm excited to do this one because I think it's going to bring back some memories for everyone, especially if you're a millennial. I think you're going to really enjoy this one. If not, you're going to learn some stuff about some people that you see on the news and the radio that you probably didn't even realise had singles. So let's dig in.
Okay, well, let's talk about all of them first. What are they all doing now? Because they're all off on kind of like different ventures, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Emma Bunton, is she still on Heart Radio?
Yeah, very much a radio presenter and TV presenter. We've got Victoria Beckham, obviously, fashion icon, business entrepreneur, and famous mummy.
We won't even dive into the Beckham drama.
No, there's so much to go into, which will come up a little bit later, actually, when we start talking about her songs. Because, yes, she did do a solo career. Actually, I spoke to a friend of mine and he was surprised that all of them had a solo career. And I was like, yeah, they all had some bangers. Yeah. Like, fair play to them. There was quite a lot of songs. You've got Mel B, who is now sort of more of a personality.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to do much, but she's always about. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because I love Mel B.
She does a lot with American TV. I see her do a lot with Red Bull at the moment. On Loose Women. She famously went broke after having like a really bad like relationship and had to like completely leave and move back to Birmingham and then start her life over. So she is an icon for like independent single women with children. She's amazing.
I actually didn't know any of that, so
yeah,
fair play.
She's had a life, bless her. And then Mel C.
I feel like she's the one who's mostly focused on music still out of all of them.
But I personally think that she is probably the most successful musician out of all of them. Not just because she's still making music, but also I think she had many more songs. Also, we've just forgotten like the most amazing human out of all of them. Geri.
Oh my God, Geri Halliwell. I know, in my head I was like, there's 5 of them. Who have we missed?
We're missing
Halliwell.
Ginger Spice, famously the first one to do the solos from the Spice Girls. Obviously, she left in 1998 in May, and it was like this whole thing. It caused so much drama.
Yeah, and I sort of think about the courage it must take to leave such a big band and be the first one to go.
Yeah.
In a time like that. Like, what a massive step to take.
And just being covered by so many people. Like, this was world news.
Yeah, because you become the black sheep of the band, don't you?
Yeah.
No matter what you try and do, you do become like they're the one that left.
Well, she was the driving force for a lot of the Spice Girls at the start as well. She was the reason why they got a lot of their contracts done. She's the reason why they changed managers and became more successful. She helped write songs along with actually all of them. It turns out they all have quite a lot of song credits in the Spice Girls. Melanie C and Geri Halliwell especially. That's a really interesting part that I noticed recently. But also, like, you know, when they sat their tour manager and their general manager, they sat their main manager, and she became the tour manager, and she was taking on so much work for everyone. Like, she became mum. She was mum for a lot of them. So I think she had so much weight on her shoulders. So for her to leave, it must have been something massive to be like, right, this is it. I just can't do this anymore. So quick timeline for you guys. Spice Girls were around between 1996 and 2000. I know some of you are going to come in and say 1994K, 1995. They didn't have singles, big singles. They didn't get their breakout thing. 1996 was one B. I'm not fighting you. It's not my problem, right? Just because some idiot's going to come in the chat and start having me.
You don't make the rules.
I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what the deal is. So breakthrough was Wannabe in 1996 and then did really well, huge tours, you know, world success, blah, blah, blah. May 1998, Geri leaves from the band. 1998, they're still finishing off the tour. They're still finishing off the album. They're still doing stuff. But in September, they then decide to go on a bit of a hiatus. Christmas 1998, they released Goodbye, the single. Obviously feels like it was to Geri. And to be honest, in my eyes, that should have really been the end. 1999, they all decided to like have a little go of solo singles. So that's where you'll see a lot of timeline. So I just thought it'd be helpful to know that they are still in the Spice Girls in 1999, but they're all doing a little bit of solo, some at summer.
Just getting a feel for it.
Just getting a feel.
Yeah.
Holla comes out in 2000 and the album, and then December 2000, the girls take the biggest break. They say it's a hiatus, but it's definitely properly a split this time. So yeah, it's kind of important just to know that like they were still in the Spice Girls while they were also competing for #1 spots, because I think that's a really interesting little part to acknowledge, because also now we're putting each girl against each other.
Yeah, and interesting they were allowed to do that and they didn't have some kind of contract to be like, no, you will not do that.
Right? Could you imagine the Jonas Brothers like doing that at the same time, doing singles at the same time? Never happen.
No.
It's crazy.
Okay, do we have honourable mentions?
We absolutely do have an honourable mention.
Okay, I think the start of the honourable mentions is just going to be Mel B in her entirety.
Yes.
Because, a little spoiler alert for the top 10 ahead, there are no Mel B songs in this top 10.
No, so we have multiple versions of data for this chart. We've taken the officialcharts.com data from 2017, which includes physical sales and iTunes. We've got Spotify streams and the YouTube views. And no matter which way you cut the top 10, Mel B does not get into it, which is a massive shame. Obviously, we are gutted because justice for Mel B.
Yeah, she deserves. She's been through a lot, and now she's not even in this top 10.
No.
But she does have a #1 single because she did "I Want You Back" with Missy Elliott in 1998.
Yeah,
but it only has 2.7 million streams,
which is massive.
Yeah, we're saying only like it's nothing. Oh, just a few mil.
But it's still a big number, but it's just not big enough for us in this top 10 chart. Also, one that will shock people in our chart, because we have gone along with the streams on Spotify. Please don't come for us. I know some people will be annoyed. The problem with official charts, and this is something we have quite often when we do these chart countdowns, is we don't have the extra data from 2017 to 2026. So we don't want to rely on that, obviously. And we also don't want to lie to you guys. So it's easier if we find something that we can relate to, that you can fact check us on. And we're all about clarity here, aren't we?
Yeah.
We'll make mistakes, but we'll never lie to you.
We're doing our due diligence as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one is kind of an interesting one. This is Out of Your Mind, Dame Bowers featuring Victoria Beckham. That was a huge song back then. Huge song. In fact, it was going against Groove Jet, featuring Sophie Ellis-Bextor. And all over the newspapers, it was Posh versus Posher. these two posh girls playing with like DJs and battling it out for the number one, and it was unreal. I remember this being on like the front page of newspapers.
That's hilarious. Also, I need to know who was posh and who was posher out of Sophia Ellis-Bextor and Victoria Beckham.
Who are you going to pick at this point? They just feel so unreal. If you took the 2017 officialcharts.com post and did it from the sales from then, this single, Out of Your Mind, would be at number 4 in the chart. It sold so well. It got to number 2. So Groovejet beat it and it got to number 2. It was still massive, but for us, it only gets 2 million streams again. So it doesn't hit our chart. It actually would hit our chart at number 14.
Not bad though.
It's not bad, but at the time, it was one of the big. It is physically, it's one of the top 5 solo Spice Girls singles of all time.
All right, shall we get into our top 10?
Yes. Oh yeah, there were the last caveat was there were 7 number ones between them.
Is that it?
7 UK number. I think 7 UK number ones is massive.
Between 5 girls.
Yeah, okay, maybe. I thought that was really impressive.
I mean, it is. Any number one is impressive, but
I thought that was like,
considering all
whoa.
5 of them have got quite a lot of solo tracks, you'd have thought that would be more than 7.
Yeah, that's true. There's only 2 of the 7 number ones that are not on our list as well.
Okay.
So that is Lift Me Up by Geri Halliwell, 1999. And also Bag It Up, Geri Halliwell, 1999.
Oh, there's justice for Geri as well.
Geri.
What?
But yeah, let's get into the chart. Sorry, I've been chatting.
We love a yap.
We love a yap.
That's why we're here. Your number 10 of Spice Girls solo track is Not Such an Innocent Girl from Victoria Beckham.
Yes, this reached number 6 in 2001. And if this was done by physical single sales, this would have got to number 18 in our chart. However, her being an absolute cult hun icon meant that this gets played a lot in the gay clubs and the pop scene. And so it's constantly in people's playlists. So this one is very, very popular. But I also think this has more to do with the fact that there might have been a small rift in the family recently.
Just a little one.
So
is this recharted recently because of the Beckham drama?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that.
Oh, right, okay. We haven't got the time or the effort to go through all of the Beckham's drama, but obviously she's falling out with her own son, which is mental. And one of their other sons, Cruz Beckham, just kept reposting this single in the comment section of people arguing over his mum and his brother. And so just kept posting these as stories and stuff, and people were streaming it. And he managed to get his mum back into the charts.
He was like, I'm just going to capitalise on this and get some money.
Absolutely.
I hope she gave him some of the cash that she got from this.
Well, this is it. So this spiked in early January of this year. I felt like that family drama was like last year. This was just January.
Well, it's been a long old year.
so long. This all happened in January.
Wow.
And this has seen a 19,615% increase in sales.
Do you know what? You've got to love British culture, because we cannot take anything seriously. Like, this is quite a serious family drama, and we're doing this.
We're so petty. Isn't it brilliant? We're just so petty.
Also, the fact the track is named Not Such an Innocent Girl.
Well, that's why he was posting it, because he was like fueling the fire, if you will. He's just pushing for this and just seeing how much he can make the drama. Thought it was hilarious. He is the king of comebacks online as well. He loves just talking to trolls and winding them up, and this was one of them. But it actually got to number 47 on the official charts. It got back into that. It also got to number 1 in the most downloaded UK chart.
Nice.
All from a petty argument.
So what I'm sensing is, if your music isn't doing well, you're a little bit strapped for cash. You could just stage a bit of family drama. I truly love that. I truly
Well,
love
like you said, we're so unserious. I just rate this so much.
So there's a few rumours that were floating around this one, that her label dropped her because the single didn't get into the top 5. But it had a massive, massive contest against Kylie's Can't Get You Out of My Head. And I mean, you can't fight with Kylie.
How was that ever not going to be a number 1? Can't Get You Out of My Head. Like, how was that ever not going to be bigger than this song?
That song is still a number 1 in my eyes. Like, that just you can't fault that song at all.
That's an iconic song. So obviously, like, feel sorry for her, but like, how do you compete against that? Yeah. So fair play to Victoria Beckham, because that was not easy. Also, I think the other thing that they had was that they put so much pressure on her because they gave her such a great team. So it was written by Steve Kipner and Andrew Frampton. They are some incredible songwriters. Steve in particular is an Australian songwriter and producer who is known for like some of the most iconic songs ever. Like, if you're a millennial, this is going to be like music to your ears. Natasha Bedingfield, These Words. Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle. Kelly Rowland's Stole. That song, oh, incredible. The script, Man Who Can't Be Moved, and Cheryl Cole's Fight for This Love. Like, that man.
Those, like, you've just listed so many songs that have us in a chokehold, like,
right?
Incredible.
She's set up for success. And I think that's why there was so much pressure on her, because they put her with some of the most incredible people. And he's gone on to do all these incredible stuff. Like, don't forget, these songs that we just listed are after her. So, you know, he's still growing his craft. It's a hard job for Victoria Beckham. She didn't even want to be a pop star. She wanted to be on stage, bless her. She got a couple of singles out of it. She's done really well. She makes clothes now. I don't think she's bothered. But
and she's married to like the biggest footballer on the planet.
And that.
I think she's staying in her lane. She's looking great. She's feeling great. She's completely unbothered.
She is so unbothered. And this is the last time we see her in the chat.
Oh, goodbye, my friend. Whilst this is the last time we have her, the whole like dancing at the wedding memes that have come out about Victoria Beckham. If you haven't followed the drama, you need to go and follow it. And somebody photoshopped all these pictures of her dancing at the wedding, and she's like in the splits and all sorts.
Class.
It's so good.
Like, if you have to use ChatGPT, I hope it's just for that.
Yeah.
I just want to see her dancing. I think that's why they posted. That's why he posted this song as well, because they were saying she was grinding on him.
Grinding.
And then the other brother was like, "Not such an innocent girl." Oh God, I have so much. I have so much to talk to you about this song. I don't think you're ready for this. Your number 9 is "Look at Me" by Geri Halliwell.
This song makes me want to dance. Little boogie.
I have never ever used the word vamp before until this became a thing.
What does that mean?
A vamp is like a sexy lady, you know, like red lipstick. That's kind of the vampy vibe. And I just remember that being bounded about endlessly on all of the newspapers when this song came out, that they were like, "Oh, look at Geri, she's like all being all vampy," and I'm like, you could just say she looks nice. It's just it's just
good for much. You, girl.
I can't work out if it's like a backhanded version of calling her like slutty or whatever. I don't want to use it.
You know what they use now? Racy in a racy number at the red carpet. I'm like, she's literally just wearing a low cut top. It's not racy.
Exactly.
Anyway.
This is the debut single from the first solo Spice Girl in 1999. It reached number 2 in the charts. This sits in our chart at number 9 with 6 million streams on Spotify, certified gold. There is all your facts for that one. Can we now start talking about the real part of this? Oh no, first of all, beaten in the chart by Boyzone, You Needed Me, by 700 copies.
That's nothing, isn't it? You'd be so frustrated.
700. I want my manager going out and buying 700 copies.
Yeah, you would.
That point.
You'd have to. 701.
What were you doing? What were her managers doing? How did they not? Also, that Boyzone song is nothing. Like, no one knows it.
No disrespect.
I'm so rattled by this. I don't understand how
I can see, like, there's so much built up in you about this song, so come on, let's crack into it.
It's just so iconic. Like you said, it makes you want to, like, it's got that jazzy kind of feel. Yeah. And, like, lots of people were comparing her to Shirley Bassey, which I think is a big flex. But they were sort of saying, oh, she's copying Shirley Bassey. And I was like, can we just not...
You wouldn't say that about a man.
No. It's so... The way that she was talked about in the tabloids, we don't have enough time to get into, but like has shaped the way in which she does a lot of her work. And again, like, she tried to change her voice up after this because they were like, oh, you're copying Shirley Bassey. You would, like you said, you wouldn't do that to a man. You wouldn't say, oh, he's copying Frank Sinatra. You'd be like, oh, he's got Sinatra sound.
He's taken inspiration.
Yeah. It's such a joke. It really frustrates me when I see that. This is where she took ownership of herself. The signing of Geri as a solo artist was absolutely massive, and she kind of took influence from Robbie leaving Take That, because he had one of the biggest ever solo deals ever. He also had, like, at one point, the biggest music contract in the world ever. So the potential was there, and I think for her to see that, and she was friends with him and sort of half relationship but not, it was there for the taking. She could see that. I think that was like a main part of her stuff, but also her team made sure that she recruited the main guys from Spice Girls. So Paul Watson and Andy Watkins, who wrote most of the Spice Girls songs with the Spice Girls, they were basically given an ultimatum and said, Geri or them.
Wow. And they picked Geri?
Yeah. I've even got the quote because I didn't want to, like, get it wrong. They
Go
said,
on.
we were given a weekend to make up our minds. We chose Geri because, one, we didn't want to be put in any position by anybody, and two, Geri for us was the catalyst. We'd made a lot of money from Spice Girls, and we'd reached the point of what we could do with them, and we'd reached the point where we could make our choice for artistic reasons, and we just thought it was more exciting to do Geri. We both totally sure that working with Geri was the right thing to do.
I mean, good for her, because she was already the black sheep, as we said, for leaving the band in the first place, and she's like, I gotta give this 110%, and she did exactly that.
And they unequivocally followed.
Mm-hmm.
They knew that the right thing to do was to follow the money, follow the right person, follow the person that's been making the headway for the last 4 years. They knew what they were doing. They knew Spice Girls was up as soon as she's gone.
And it's a real commentary on, like, taking that risk in your career, isn't it? Because we say this all the time, just because, like, the Spice Girls are massive. Imagine on paper walking away from the Spice Girls, but, you know, things become an end. They get to a natural end. You have to move on. You have to take a risk. You have to go somewhere new. And this entire team, including Geri, knew exactly what they were doing with that.
The stats don't lie. Like, it's been endless. People are still obsessed with this track, and people still think that Geri is, you know, huge.
This, I feel like I want to go and add it to all my playlists, because I feel like I'm not listening to it enough. Yeah. Like, we're both doing this. It just, I don't know what it is, just makes you want to.
Do you remember the video?
No.
Oh my good God. I'm going to put the video in the comment section for you guys to watch, because you need to watch it. First of all, this one has like 3.6 million views on YouTube. And
Fair
counting
play.
still. People are still watching this. This one has got more YouTube views than the next 4 songs, because people are obsessed with this song. This video is huge. This video is basically her announcing, I'm here world, this is me. And it was massive. And it opens with just like a black screen, and it says, image is just your imagination, reality is rarely revealed. You're like, where the hell is this going? And then she's like 4 different versions of herself, like as a nun, a vamp, like just sort of dancing, and it's all black and white. And then there's a breakdown in the song, and there's a horse-drawn carriage with a coffin in, and it says ginger on the flowers. And it's her burying like Ginger Spice, and there's like the Union Jack flag. And the only moment of colour in the whole like video is when she's in her coffin with her ginger hair, and she winks at it, and the Union Jack flag comes up, and then she goes back to her like new reveal, because she like dyed her hair blonde and stuff. And it was like this whole thing. It was like, this is me. Like, I broke out. I'm like me. I'm like the new person. I'm not Ginger Spice anymore. I'm not doing that. It was this huge thing. And then at the end, coming out of a pool completely butt naked, and it just says Geri's back.
She was so blatant about it. She's not even like trying to hide the fact that she's moved on.
No, it was amazing. Honestly, the whole video is incredible. You need to watch it.
I'm going to be watching it 100%. It's like starting to sound more familiar now you've mentioned it, but
it was premiered on Top of the Pops as well, which I think I would have waited to watch that. I would have sat at the telly waiting for Top of the Pops to watch it.
We said it before, we'll say it again, bring back the iconic music video.
We did not realise how lucky we had it with the music videos, honestly. Some of them were just incredible. And like this one also was made by Vaughan Arnell, one of the most amazing video producers. He made George Michael's Fast Love. He made Say You'll Be There with the Spice Girls, which obviously everyone knows, like, that one's iconic. Back for Good for Take That. He and Space Cowboy, Jamiroquai, he was amazing.
Nice.
He made all of the most iconic visual items of like the late 90s, early 2000s that you guys would be obsessed with. And yet we just don't do it anymore.
No, bring it back.
Bring it
Come
back.
on, video producers. Right, we know you're out there.
My rings are so clicky. I'm sorry if you can hear ASMR.
Okay, baby. Okay.
Oh, yeah. What's the ones where they like, I'm just going to pull.
I'm healing your aura.
Just healing your aura. I'm just going to, I really enjoy.
It's like I should scroll on. I'm really uncomfortable, but I can't.
They hold their phone, so they're like doing it over the phone, so it feels like it's. Oh, I just don't understand.
Maybe you need to start doing that with your rings, your clacky.
Yeah. Your number 8 of the solo Spice Girls singles is "What I Am" by Tintin Out, featuring Emma Bunton.
Who is Tintin Out?
Tintin Out are a electronic dance duo, but when I say dance, they're kind of more of the like trip hoppy kind of thing. Think like Massive Attack kind of vibes. It's really laid back. It's kind of like sits on the beat. That's more their kind of vibe. So they were really, really well known in like late 90s, early 2000s as doing remixes for people. One that I keep constantly hearing in adverts is "What Can I Do" by The Cause. They did not a dance version. They did a remix that just added this like hip hop beat on the end of them. I know, but it's really, really popular.
It worked. It really, really worked.
It really did work. This was Emma's first proper outing as a solo person. She was sort of dipping her toes in it because she had no real interest in actually being a solo artist. So they asked her to like come and do this song.
So they was just like, yeah, why not? Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, it'll be another 2 years before we actually see her do her own stuff properly. But yes, this is Emma's first proper one. Got to number 2.
And there is a fun fact about this one and why it didn't get to number 1.
Well, she was fighting someone pretty hard to get to number 1.
Our very own Geri Halliwell.
Indeed.
Battle of the Spice Girls.
Well, this is it. Where do we go from here? Like, how are you meant to survive if you're fighting your own ex-bandmate? That's kind of wild, right?
Yeah, and like, especially because there's no beef between them. It's just like, oh, I'm getting number 1, but also...
Well, we don't know.
True.
Emma Bunton said she had no beef between anyone. But that girl just left their band a year ago, and we don't know if they were still talking or not. So
that is true.
Wild.
Geri, if you're listening, let us know.
Also, "Lift Me Up." It was a good song, but I wouldn't say it was better than "What I Am."
Yeah, that is true.
Lift me up when the rain is fall, or whatever it is.
It's not one of Geri's like most memorable, but interesting that that's one of the 7 number 1s. That we're discussing.
Geri had the most consecutive number 1s, like back-to-back number 1s. And this was one of them. That whole album just did really, really well. I really like this song, though. This is actually a cover.
Oh, okay.
The original is by Edie Bricknell and the New Bohemians. It came out in the late 80s. It got to number 10 in the US, but didn't actually chart very highly in the UK. I think it was like number 39.
Okay.
So I think Tintin Out just saw it and went, yeah, I need a bit of that.
I can put a bit of spice on that and make it a little bit better. I mean, I haven't heard the original, so I don't know. But that does happen quite often, doesn't it? Especially between America and the UK.
Yeah.
Where we take a song and it does, but like year 3000 when the Jonas Brothers covered it.
Yeah.
Massively did better in America.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that happens all the time. That's fair enough.
My favourite classic one is Kelly Clarkson, "A Moment Like This" versus Leona Lewis, "A Moment Like This."
Yes, very true.
And not knowing about it because we didn't have the internet in the way that we do now.
We didn't have the internet back in my days.
I mean, before anyone comes at me, we did obviously have the internet when Leona Lewis was in Pop Idol, whatever, not Pop Idol.
X Factor.
I can't do this again.
X Factor.
X Factor. Yeah, so this is a cover. It has 7.5 million streams on Spotify. So it's obviously still playing quite a lot.
Yeah. I wonder if people have just got playlists of like the solo Spice Girls, because that would be a vibe.
Oh, for sure. There must be. This is not the only time we see Emma Bunton. So we will see you later, Emma Bunton. But for now, your number 8 is "What I Am" featuring Emma Bunton, Tintin Out.
Your number 7 Spice Girls solo single is Mel C with Northern Star. This is the 3rd solo offering from Sporty Spice on the 4th of December 1999. It peaked at 3 and spent 14 weeks in the chart.
14 weeks is very respectable.
In the chart entirely, though. Like, I feel like that's tiny compared to what we see nowadays.
It is. They didn't last as long back then because we were only basing off a physical sales chart. People aren't constantly going back and buying it, whereas we're constantly going back and listening to streams. So the way in which the chart is seen is just, it's a whole different chart in my eyes.
I
Do you
don't
know
think
what I
it
mean?
counts for anything
No.
anymore. Like the success of a song, where it is in the chart, whether it got to number one, it's all pfft.
It's just stats and numbers for us now. It's just games for us. That's all we take the chart as.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people care as much.
No, they don't. They like what they like, and you can access anything. So what does it matter anymore?
Yeah, but 14 weeks in a chart on physical sales, 14 weeks of people going into Woolies and buying the single. Like when you put it in that way, that's, dedication.
Yeah, that is a lot. Going to spend your pocket money and on some pick
Absolute-
a mix and a new single.
Oh,
What a time!
I loved Woolies. I loved it so much.
I don't know why nothing has ever matched that.
No, I feel like W.H. Smith's could have been.
Yeah, Wilco did a tiny bit, but Wilco wasn't quite there.
Wilco, yeah, almost got it. And I don't know what it was missing, but it's not it. It just,
yeah,
it
so
wasn't
close
it.
but so far.
But I can even like, my visual memory is so crazy that I could walk through my local Woolies in my head, right to where the music was in the CD singles and cassette singles. Also, my uncle used to come and see me every couple of months with a plastic bag full of cassette singles for when they like made them cheap, when they were like out of the chart. He would go and buy the 99p singles, and he'd just buy me a bag full of cassettes, and I have so many of them, and I've got like loads of dance like cassettes that are great.
Nice.
Oh, they're so good.
Have you got a cassette player?
Upstairs somewhere, yeah. We definitely got a cassette player somewhere, and I would be like, Uncle Jack's coming, he's gonna bring me music. And I loved it. He's like one of the reasons why I do what I do, because he would just like constantly throw music at you. Not in like a, you need to know this, or he'd just be like, it's good fun, isn't it?
He just loved it, and he
Just
just
fun.
passed on that love, which is really nice.
He used to do like mobile discos and stuff back in the day. He loved a karaoke. My mum loves a karaoke. Like all our family love a karaoke. So that's us. Like we're in.
To go back.
Sorry. None of you need this from me as well. Like, I'm really sorry. I'm just really excited.
We give you facts, we give you nostalgia,
Yeah.
and we just start fangirling over things like Woolworths from time to time.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the track. Northern Star, Mel C.
Yes. So I thought this was originally the first proper single from Mel C, but it's not. This is the second single. There was a single called Going Down that's like really grungy. And I was like, oh, wow, how do I not remember this? Because it's really good. It's like dead, like rocky and grungy.
But obviously didn't do as well as her other ones.
No, I think the reason why we got Northern Star straight after that, and it's such a contrast to music, is that because people were like, oh, that's not what we wanted from an ex-Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Northern Star could have been another Spice Girl song.
People don't like it when an artist goes off track of what they think in their head an artist should do.
Yeah.
We've talked about this with Harry Styles' new album. Everyone's like, oh, this is not what you do.
You can't,
No.
not allowed to have fun. How dare you learn how to play the synth? How dare you? Why would you do that to us?
But was this such a big one because it was written by someone, co-wrote with someone who wrote some massive hits?
Yeah, Rick Knowles, he is responsible for some huge things. Very big in the 80s. He worked with Belinda Carlisle for Heaven is a Place on Earth. But also makes sense now why Mel C got on with him and maybe made like the first single, because Belinda Carlisle was in the Go-Go's and was in like punky American all-girl band. It was super fun. And then went poppy and went super shiny and clean. And I think the two of them have the kind of a very similar sort of trajectory, but also Mel C wanted to try out different kind of styles of sound, so he's kind of perfect for it. He also went on after Mel C to write White Flag by Dido.
Oh my God.
Insane. Worked on Madonna's Ray of Light, which he actually won Best Pop Album at the Grammys. So he is the songwriter of the time. Like he, she had again, they all have the best of the best working with them. She co-wrote everything that she put out, by the way. She really worked really hard. The only one she doesn't is a song we'll talk about a little bit later because it was a cover. Also, Rick Knowles also does loads of Lana, which kind of makes sense.
We love Rick Knowles.
Yeah, very, very good. Add him to your little list on Spotify. I will make sure there's stuff in show notes. If you ever hear a name from me, please DM me and like I'll tell you all about him, because you'll find so many good things. If you like Lana, you might not have ever heard of Dido, but I think you might find some sort of, link between that might make you interested in another person because they've had the same songwriters.
And that's something we never considered. Like, I've never sat there and thought, I love this song, let me look up the songwriter and go and listen to other stuff they've written. But that is such a good way to discover new music that you know you're probably going to like.
Yeah, it's a nice fun way to like discover stuff, especially with the algorithm on Spotify being so terrible at the moment. I don't know about you guys, but it's just churning back the same stuff at me.
Those made for you playlists, and I'm like, you're just playing me the same songs.
Yeah, I'm trying to find new stuff. So I'm constantly like fishing through stuff. So I start looking at producers and I start looking at songwriters, and it helps me kind of find new people and new styles and new styles. So if you ever get stuck and you need a helping hand, I'm your girl, because I'm chronically online on Spotify.
And she is a songwriter extraordinaire.
Just really like having little pop knowledge. You already did a wiggle for this because you knew what was coming up.
I don't know what it is about these songs that she was bashing out, but they're real like...
She loves her.
Your number 6 is Mi Chico Latino from Geri Halliwell.
Yeah, this is a great track. This reached number 1 in August 1999. Good for her. And this one, by the way, has 11.8 million streams on Spotify, which means that you guys are definitely still listening to it.
I mean, why not? Friday night, good vibes, get the wine out.
It's very much gay icon vibes. Do you know what I mean? This is very much gay icon.
Do you know what? I would love to study like what it is that makes a woman in the limelight become a gay icon, because they just suddenly are one. Like, there's nothing in particular.
No.
But I love that pretty much all the Spice Girls have become a gay icon.
Oh, 100%. I think it's like a mix of being like a soft feminine person with like able to sort of laugh at yourself. Celine Dion, hun. She's a hun.
A hun. Love of Huns is like my favourite Instagram page because every time they just hit the nail.
Do you ever see the Cymru hun?
Yeah, I follow the Cymru Huns.
It's just Carol Vorderman and Charlotte Church being like banded around, and I'm here for it. Maybe occasional Bonnie Tyler, which is why I say at the rugby there are 3 different types of women at the rugby. There's a Charlotte Church, which is a crop top, low jeans. Most of the young girlies are Charlotte Churches. There is the Carol Vordermans, which I think I fall into, which is a classic shirt tucked into a sparkly skirt and like some proper makeup and maybe some heels. And then there's the third one, which is the Bonnie Tyler mums, which is leather trousers, leather jacket, a little bit of red on the top, big hair, big eyes. I love Welsh women.
That. I just think that like when you've hit hun status or gay icon status in your career, you've truly made it.
Yeah.
And that's what I aspire for.
Absolutely.
My favourite hun is Charity Shop Sue.
I love her.
Charity Shop Sue, where is the new season on YouTube? Because it's been like a million years since she made that.
You need to get back on it. She's too busy getting her bag.
She's too busy doing the circuit of the gay bars.
Busy.
I like to think it's her real personality as well.
I think it might be.
I think she's just having a ball.
She's so fun. Anyway, Chico Latino is from the debut album Schizophrenic from Geri Halliwell. Almost said Mel C, that could have been awkward. From Geri Halliwell, and it rides high after the debut single smashed the charts. But luckily this one actually did get to number 1 this time. Again, it's written by Andy and Paul and in collaboration with Geri Halliwell herself. So she helped write this song too.
Nice.
Very cool.
These girls are doing bits, keeping on top of writing their own songs. We love that.
We love to see it. Also, this is kind of drawing inspiration from the Latino vibe that in America, this was getting bigger and bigger before it came over to here. So in like the 97, 98, they were already seeing it in America and these huge pop stars. And I think for Geri and her team, they probably thought the only way we'll get over to America is if we hit that, because she's not R&B. So what do you do if you're not R&B?
Yeah, and British pop sometimes struggles, doesn't it, in America? So
yeah,
you've got to play on what they like.
Yeah, and this is it. And you had the likes of Ricky Martin, Jennifer Lopez, Enrique Iglesias. That's all coming through. We don't see it until the 2000s in the UK, but she's obviously riding high, watching other people going into the studio doing all of this stuff and also seeing it from the charts of America and going, maybe that's a bit of me.
What a golden era of music that was. I mean, imagine the charts. Geri Halliwell, Ricky Martin, Jennifer Lopez, Enrique, Mel C, Mel B, Emma Bunton, a lot of them.
It's so good, isn't it?
They just don't make it like that anymore.
It's such an iconic pop era.
Yeah.
I'm making playlists as soon as we finish this.
Please
I'm making
do.
playlists. Let's go.
Please do. Your number 5. What Took You So Long from Emma Bunton. And this was her first proper solo single because obviously Tintin Out was before.
Yeah.
And this reached number 1 in April 2001.
This is great. It doesn't sound as shiny poppy as some of the other Spice Girls solo singles, and it's a little bit more laid back, and it's just perfect. Someone will come for me, I know they will, but I would always say it's kind of a little bit country inspired, maybe. It's kind of got that feel to it, not just because the guitar goes no 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 no. I know someone's going to say it's because of that, I know, but I just feel like it has that kind of thing. It's also feels like Texas and stuff was quite big at that time, and I think she hit that indie pop vibe really well.
She's just putting all sorts of flavours in there.
Yeah,
Having
and
a
it
good time.
sits so well with her voice because everyone thought she was going to be like a shiny poppy, and it's not.
Yeah, but she had a proper kind of rebrand, didn't she? Because she did go from this cutesy, she was literally called Baby Spice.
Yeah.
And then she comes out with songs like this. It probably did shake everyone at the time.
What have we got fact-wise on this song?
It spent 2 weeks at number 1, making her the 4th member to reach the top of the charts. Mel B was I Want You Back in 1998, Mi Chico Latino with Geri in 1999, Mel C Never Be the Same Again in 2000. Have they all reached number 1?
Everyone except for VB.
VB, of course.
Wow.
Sorry, VP. She does not enter the room anymore.
She's not here anymore. We've stopped talking about her a long time ago.
Look, she had a number 10 and now she's gone.
I don't think we've talked about anyone else for the last 3 songs. That's it. They're just gone. Bye, girls. But that's quite cool. So 4 out of the 5 of them
Yeah.
got number 1s.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Yeah, they've been doing bits.
Oh, I love that for her.
Good for you, girl.
Good for you, girl. This song is written with Rich Stannard and Julian Gallagher, who are also known as Biffco, which is like a music production, songwriter kind of team based in Brighton. They've written some of the most incredible songs for the Spice Girls, including like Wannabe, 2.1, Spice Up Your Life. Yeah, huge.
Big hits. So she knew what she was doing getting them on as well.
Absolutely. And also they went on to do Kylie and stuff with Love at First Sight, In Your Arms, and In Your Eyes. So In Your Arms and In Your Eyes. They did not think about names very well for those songs, but they're still big songs.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works.
And there is a B-side to this, right?
There is. And it's got a nice little story to it because the single is called Hey You, Free Up Your Mind. And she actually wrote that with Melanie C.
Oh, a collab.
A little collab.
Between the two solo girlies.
And I just think that's quite sweet because they obviously loved each other and they were happy to work together with each other, but also Melanie C didn't sing on it. It was just for her, and I just thought, gosh, that's friendship for you.
Yeah,
I think it's quite sweet, really.
I love it. Like the girlhood just continues even though they're not together anymore.
Yeah, and it's a good song. And also I just think Emma's taken a while to get to this point. Melanie C has been smashing out the songs for a good 2 years now at this point, so she's probably just going, help a mate out, let's go.
Why not? I mean, none of them really need this today. You can ride the success of the Spice Girls for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
So at this point, they're just having fun. Right, these next massive tunes.
Massive tunes. And I was just pulling out my sheet because I believe that no matter which way you look at this chart, through YouTube streams, through Spotify streams, and from collective sales as recorded from 2017, they stay exactly the same.
Interesting.
Yeah, so nothing changes.
And I think if you were to put people on the spot and be like, name a Spice Girls solo track, these top 4,
yeah,
maybe Geri Halliwell, Look at Me would be in there as well.
Yeah.
This is what people would name.
100%. So we're in the big ones. This is your number 4, and your number 4 solo Spice Girls single is I Turn to You by Melanie C.
Oh my God. I love this song. I forget how many of their solo songs I love.
This also has an insane amount of streams, and I think it's because the dance version did so well and still does. I think this is still sits in a really nice like early 2000s-y dance thing. It reminds me of like Chicane, and this sits so well with all of it, and so it's probably used in the club quite a lot.
Yeah.
We have, by the way, for clarity, we have included both versions of this song on the Spotify streams, just because I wanted to make sure that I was covering all bases, because they were treated the same. So it was I Turn to You, the original version, and then I Turn to You with the dance remix versions by Hector. And whichever way you look at it, it still had more streams. Even if I just gave you one of the songs, it still had more streams than all the other songs combined from the last 6 songs.
Bottom line is people loved it, and people still love it. Do you play this in the club?
No, but I should.
Yeah, add it into your mix.
For sure.
Because I think this is one of those songs you forget about, and then you hear it and you're like, why don't I listen to this enough?
100%. This got to number 1, and it actually made her the first woman in the UK charts to get a number 1 as part of a quintet, as a 5-piece, a 4-piece, a 2-piece, and a solo single.
That's really cool. I love that there are people that are playing close enough attention as well to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like the music nerds are like really racking them up.
They're coming out with all the stats, weren't they? They never
Yeah.
sat. Another good stat for this is she became the first female songwriter in the UK to have 11 UK number 1 singles. That was then broken by Madonna in 2006 with Sorry. She got 12 in the end by the time she got to Sorry.
I mean, fair enough.
I don't remember Sorry, so I don't really care, but sure.
But you can't fight with Madonna, really.
I can't fight with Madonna.
This is a return of Rick Knowles.
Rick Knowles again, yes, with Billy Steinberg, who had iconic success in the 80s with his songwriter partner Tom Kelly. He wrote Like a Virgin by Madonna.
Massive.
Imagine just being like, oh, I wrote that. Like one of the biggest selling songs of all time. He also wrote True Colours, and he also wrote So Emotional by Whitney as well, which is crazy. Huge, iconic songs that will last forever. So, yeah, this makes sense.
Not to be confused with Nick Knowles from DIY SOS, who my brain keeps going to.
Absolutely. I did that when I was writing the script. I thought the same thing.
Nick Knowles has not turned into a songwriter.
Hey, but Nick Knowles can sing.
Nick Knowles can do everything.
He sings, even though he smokes about 50 a day, or used to. He definitely sounded like it as well. It was class.
What is he up to these days?
I think he's still doing DIY.
Good for him.
Back to I Turn to You by Melanie C. This is remixed by Hector. He is the guy behind a lot of very big remixes for the likes of Janet Jackson, Madonna, Ricky Martin, Whitney Houston. He also won a Grammy in 2001 as Remixer of the Year. The Grammys then eventually went and changed that from, rather than just being a person with a body of work, it went to the remixed song.
Right, okay.
A couple of years later. So if you are looking back and you're trying to work out like what song it was for, it was because at the time it was just for the person with their body of work, and this was him. But the single as a dance version was so successful, and it felt like an Ibiza classic, and I think it probably is.
Yeah.
This single, though, for me, in my mind, I remember it most from Bend It Like Beckham.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that film.
What an iconic film.
Yeah.
This was Keira Knightley's like breakout movie as well, wasn't it?
It must have been, yeah, because she's so young in that film.
So young.
But she's also so young in Love Actually, and you don't even realise it.
No, that's creepy as well. That's
Yeah.
weird. I forget about that part. This also has some really interesting covers that I will also add in the addendum, because you need to watch one. One of them is a glam rock band called Wigwam in 2005 that did really well with it, but it is weird to hear this song as like a really glam rocky type song. There's also like a tech metal version by Dark Speed that is also just a vibe. So it's gone from a pop song to a dance song to a glam rock to a metal.
It's just a whole playlist of different versions of this song.
There you go. Oh, hey, new playlist. Let's go. Your number 3, you'll never guess who. Your number 3 top Spice Girls solo single is Never Be the Same Again by Melanie C featuring Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
What's up with her left eye?
Whoa, do you not know who Lisa
Left Eye Lopez
Oh my
is?
God. Oh my good God. Right, okay.
I've just opened a can of worms.
So Lisa Left Eye Lopez, famously from TLC.
Right. But what's wrong with her left eye?
I can't remember. She used to have it wear a patch over it, or what was the thing she used to do? I don't think there was ever really. I'm gonna have to go double check.
Let's have a little Google.
What was wrong with her eye? Wikipedia says in 2002, Lopez. Oh no, that was her being killed. That's not the one.
Oh.
Yeah, she was just called Left Eye.
What's the law, Lisa?
Oh, I can't. I'm sure there's
The
like a thing because they've all got weird names. TLC all had, because I remember one was called Chili, and then Left Eye, and then T-Boz.
It's giving pirate.
Yeah. Why were they all called different names? Does anyone remember why? In the chat, please. We haven't got time to like divulge this.
So we'll do a TLC episode. We'll do it.
Lisa Lopez was really big, was probably the breakout star from TLC. So she was like doing lots of vocals on people's songs and stuff. This is one of them that was really good.
So this is an interesting collaboration then, because it's two girl band breakouts. It did reach number 1 in the UK charts on the 1st of April 2000. Not an April Fool's.
Not an April Fool's. It really did do well.
Yeah.
She did very, very well from this single. Didn't do as well in America.
Which is interesting because Lisa Left Eye.
Yeah. I think also at this point, they're trying to work. This is another thing, like we were talking about Chico Latino. This is Mel C's version of like, how do I get into the American chart? Because obviously as well, Mel B did the song with Missy Elliott, and also at the time she was dating an American man that I don't really want to get talking to. You've got Geri obviously doing really well anyway, but also was very popularized from the Americans. Mel C's going, how do I get in? How do I get in?
Try.
Let's go with a little laid-back R&B, shall we? Add a bit of Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Call in Lisa.
Call
in
in
old
Lisa.
Left Eye. So this has some interesting songwriters. Obviously, Melanie and Lisa writing it on themselves. But who else?
This has got Rhett Lawrence on it. He wrote loads of amazing R&B tracks and a little bit of like soul music, but most importantly, he wrote one of my favourite ever songs, which is Eternal with BB Williams. I Want to Be the Only One. Oh,
Yeah.
I love this song so much. It's one of my absolute all-time favourites. It's in my top 10 favourites, which we'll do when it's my birthday, because I'm going to do my own one.
Top 10 favourite songs.
You're welcome. Rhett Lawrence just knew what he was doing. He wrote some incredible songs. It was a lot of, I almost sounded a bit condescending then by going, it's a lot of fodder, but he made a lot of money from making a lot of R&B pop fodder and album tracks. He was the go-to guy to write all these albums with you. He knew what he was doing. But yes,
the system.
100%. This guy knew what he was doing.
Another good video directed by Francis Lawrence, and he made videos for the likes of Missy Elliott, Shakira, Lady Gaga, including Bad Romance, which won a Grammy for the best music video.
Yeah.
And he also ended up being a massive film director because he did I Am Legend and The Hunger Games. What a CV.
Imagine going from making Mel C's music videos for Top of the Pops in SMTV Live to making The Hunger Games.
That's just insane.
Like, make that make sense for you.
Yeah.
But I think this is really cool sometimes to look back on the trajectory of the people that worked around them. Like, he obviously didn't know he's going to be a massive
Nobody does. Come on.
film director, but like, how cool is that they backed the right people and they ended up being these huge people?
It just goes to show giving the opportunities to the right people
Absolutely
goes a long way, because what would you do without the Hunger Games? I mean, I think I'd survive, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Geri,
you just reading that?
Halliwell. Again, number 2, It's Raining Men. I'm sorry, but Geri wins this top 10.
I think she's got the best bangers.
Yeah.
I think she's got the best tracks. I think that Mel C is more successful.
Yeah.
But Geri has the best songs.
Geri is the people's princess of this top 10.
Oh, this song, though, it did so well. We should probably just go straight into it. This is a cover. She was actually asked to do this by the Bridget Jones movie. They said to her, hey, do you want to come in and cover this song? And she was like, oh my God, yes, please. I've already read the books. I love the books. I love the column. I want in. And so this is why she did it. And just went straight in. Yeah. This happens quite a lot. Like when we talked about the longest running tracks of all time, when we said about Simple Minds and stuff, doing
Wet as well,
and Wet, they were all being asked to either given a song or they were asked to cover a song. So this is quite normal for films to go in. Another one that's probably a bit more relevant to this version is in Love Actually. They play Jump by the Pointer Sisters in the film, but Girls Aloud were asked to cover it to make it a current single so they could get it in the chart and then put the soundtrack in the chart. And I think at that time, having a single that was saleable alongside the film was really important to making money back for the film, but also just to, like, as a promo. Imagine being able to put, a trailer to your film in Top of the Pops. That's huge. Yeah. Obviously, you're going to do it.
It's massive marketing, isn't it?
Whereas now, they would never ask them to do a cover as a soundtrack from the film. They just use the original because we are all streaming songs, so you'll see songs coming back because people are listening to it from films. We don't need someone to cover it to be in the chart to get in. So again, this is another reason why the chart has changed and the way we market music has changed. But for this time in 2001, this is the way you got your song on Top of the Pops. And this is it.
I'm so glad that they did this for Bridget Jones. I mean, this is in such an iconic scene of the film as well. They're having that massive fight outside in the rain.
It's so good. Do you remember them? It's like such a wet fight and they're like, oh, sorry, as they like hit the tables.
Don't they go through the glass at one point?
Yeah. Do you remember the bit where they like stop to sing happy birthday with the cake and then they just carry on?
Oh. It's so silly. It's so silly.
It's so silly and it's perfect because it's exactly what Geri wanted to do. It's that kind of, we talked about Shirley Bassey and stuff. She's obviously like influenced by a lot of the women from like the 60s and 70s as well. And I think this was exactly what Geri wanted to do. This is the kind of music that she wanted to make. And what better way of just getting a cover under your belt? Like,
yeah, why not?
Class.
And I truly love that these iconic women like Shirley Bassey paved the way for generations to come. And I hope that new artists are inspired by the likes of Geri Halliwell and it just keeps going.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Also, this has another movie tidbit for you as well. The start of the official music video for this single has she uses the iconic audition scene from Flashdance.
Nice, I remember that.
She's in her leg warmers and her black pants and the vest and stuff, and like it's so good. It's so good. And then there's like just a massive dance scene that they all jump on the cars. Feels very like Pineapple Dance Studio vibe.
Geri loved the video, didn't she?
She's
really going
did.
in on it. She's like, this isn't just a cover for a movie.
Oh no, we're going in.
Yeah.
This has 37 million views on YouTube. And this doesn't even include any scene from Bridget Jones. This is just her music video.
I wonder why. Because she's looking fit in that lycra. That's probably why.
She looks incredible. I think that's the other thing. Like, she was so scrutinised for her body for so many years. She was too fat, too thin, too anything. Whereas this one, I think a lot of people were like, she looks strong. Like, she looked amazing. They also said, oh, did you use a body double? And she was like, well, I can do the splits. I can do most of it. Obviously, some bits needed a bit of artistic license. But yeah. But people were really angry about her, like, using a body double.
Literally everyone does that.
Exactly. Just let them do it. It was fine. But this is absolutely huge. 86.1 million streams on Spotify, by the way.
Nice. Do we know how it compares to the Weather Girls version? Because, I mean, the Weather Girls version is pretty big anyway, and then someone covers it, and, like, if it's more successful, how do you feel about that as an artist?
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry about them. There are multiple versions, right, of this single on the Weather Girls Spotify page. One of them has 370 million. The next one has 94 million. The next one has 6 million. The next one has 2 million.
They're doing fine.
I think they're okay.
They're okay.
They're not bothered. They are unbothered queens.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Before we get into our number one, let's do a little recap of the top 9 solo singles from the Spice Girls. In at number 10, the only appearance from Victoria Beckham with Not Such an Innocent Girl.
Number 9 is the iconic video Look at Me by Geri Halliwell.
Number 8, What I Am, Emma Bunton with Tintin Out.
Number 7 is Northern Star by Melanie C.
Number 6, Geri Halliwell, Mi Chica Latino.
Number 5 is Emma Bunton's first single, What Took You So Long.
Number 4, an iconic tune for Melanie C, I Turn to You.
Number 3 is Never Be the Same Again, Melanie C featuring Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Number 2, the Weather Girls cover from Geri Halliwell, It's Raining Men.
And finally, the best-selling song from a solo Spice Girl is When You're Gone by Melanie C and Bryan Adams.
Now, I think this is a really interesting one because this is technically a Bryan Adams song.
Yes.
And it's number 1 in our solo Spice Girls chart.
Yes. Well, it felt wrong to not have this version in. There are obviously 2 versions. There is the normal one from Bryan Adams, and then there is the version with Melanie C in the vocal. The rest of the song is exactly the same. They've just obviously just replaced the other girl vocal with Melanie C, but that's fine. Do you know
Why
what?
not?
It's okay. But also, I think we were including other solo Spice Girls with collaborators, so it would be wrong if we didn't include this one. But also, when you look at it, you know, like number 2 was a cover, so you kind of have to start
100%.
picking your battles.
100%, and it counts. It counts because this was a big one for Melanie C, and her first single outside of the Spice Girls.
Yes.
Released on the 30th of November 1998. It was on Bryan Adams's 8th studio album, titled On a Day Like Today.
One of my favourite all-time songs, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Is
absolutely.
it? You're a big Bryan Adams fan.
Yeah, when did that happen?
We talked about Bryan Adams in a different one.
Exactly. Every time I realise I absolutely love Bryan Adams.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Bryan Adams.
No, exactly. Again, this single, no matter which way we put it, this song comes out as number 1 on the YouTube. This has 38 million. On Spotify streams, it has 212 million. And then obviously number 1 in the sales chart from 2017. So there is no getting away. It's not even like it was close. It's practically double anyone else's. So
You people love this song.
you really
You
like
people
this
love
song.
this song.
The stats don't lie.
Also, a very fun fact about this is that Bryan Adams originally wanted Sheryl Crow to sing on it. But she didn't answer the phone. She didn't pick up.
Stop it.
And then he basically met Melanie C before doing Top of the Pops. And then one day he randomly bumped into her in a lift in a hotel in LA. It's kind of, I don't know how the conversation went, but kind of like, well, Sheryl Crow's not answering the phone. Do you want to do the song instead?
No way. I had no idea about that. That's the best fact of the day.
And like, what a chance meeting as well. And like, this is one of the biggest songs for Melanie C. And it was just an off the cuff, like, oh, she's not answering the phone. You want to do it?
No way. That's blown my brain.
Could you imagine this song with Sheryl Crow instead of Melanie C?
I think it would still be really good, but I don't think that Melanie C's career would have done as well without it.
Really?
Yeah. I think this is what gave her status outside the UK and outside of Australia, because Australia and New Zealand seem to love anything that we love in pop.
Yeah, we're on the same page,
Yeah.
I think. And I think, like, I guess it adds a certain credibility to it, because even though Melanie C and all the Spice Girls are massive in their own right, partnering up with someone who is also massive,
Yeah.
when you're trying to make it solo,
Yeah.
people are like, okay, maybe we like Melanie outside of the Spice Girls.
Absolutely. This was make or break, let's face it. Can't believe it only hit number 3, though, in the chart. It's not a number 1 single.
No.
I really thought that was a number 1 single. Spent 21 weeks in the chart, though, to be fair. That's pretty cool. Justice for When You're Gone, because this is a banger of a song.
Oh, yeah, also, so it spent 21 weeks in the chart back in 1998. It did randomly re-enter the chart for 2 weeks in 1999, like within the 80s, so not massive. But I have no idea why. So if anyone was around during May 1999 and you know why this song re-entered the charts for 2 weeks, let us know.
But again, this is a point where, like, you're buying physical singles. What did they do? Did Woolies pull out, like, the singles from the back of the chart and were like, here you go, you can have them for 10p, and you all bought them?
They must have done.
Because that's the only way it could have happened. It's not like now where you listen to something on TikTok and then you restream it. Like, they would have had to physically buy that in 1999.
They found like dead stock in the back room and they're like, oh
Stop
no,
it.
we're going to sell these.
That is far too funny. But it's such a big song. It's interesting because she sits back in the, like, she sits in the vocal. She, like, sits underneath his vocal line. There's only 2 or 3 times where you kind of really hear her come through, I think, personally, in my opinion. But it's still a banger. I love this. This is one of my karaoke songs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you do the Mel B bits as well? Do you like...
I can do all the harmonies of this song. like whoever I sing with, I will sing whatever part they're not singing, and they're like, you know the part, and I'm like, yes, because I am an ADHD people pleaser that went to music school. Of course I do.
I know all the lines.
What would you expect from me at this point? Like, let's face it.
Come on, Bryan Adams fan. He's done other versions of this song.
No way.
Do you know this?
No.
He recorded another version with Pamela Anderson in 2005 for his compilation album. And him and Melanie C recorded a new version in 2022 because he did a re-recordings album.
Is that Pamela Anderson version on?
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry. Right, after this, if it's in the show notes, you know it happened. I did not know that, and I've purposely not looked at your part of the chat because I was like, I could see you sort of frantically writing last night on the thing, and I was like, I'll save that for later. I'll save that for myself to enjoy. And now I'm shook. I did not even know that.
I didn't even know Pamela Anderson could sing.
Nor did I. I feel like it'll be the same way that we go, Jordan, what's her name, Katie Price. She's also got singles. She doesn't feel like the kind of person to have singles.
She's also very auto-tuned.
Yeah, it's...
That cover of A Whole New World that she did with Peter Andre.
I was just about to say, what was it? No, that is it. I guess that's it. And I guess only one Spice Girls is still making songs now as well. So this isn't really going to change.
No, this is kind of just set unless any of them decide why not have a comeback.
Absolutely. Melanie C has got a new album dropping this week, which is Sweat. Have you heard it?
I've heard the track Sweat.
It feels
so
like I should play this in like spin class. It's really good.
Yes.
And also after saying like the dance stuff did so well, I wonder if this is like the new house stuff is going to like have the same trajectory.
I mean, if it's anything like Sweat, because that is a bop.
Absolutely.
I did wonder if it would actually be on this, but I guess it hasn't been released for long enough.
Just wasn't hitting the same kind of numbers yet, but there's always time.
As I say, we say this might not change, but actually Melanie C could just be battling with herself in this. So
yeah, there could be. Dane Bowers could come back out of the woodwork and make Out of Your Mind 2.0, and then we could be back in for VB.
To be fair, they should do that.
I think they should do that, but with like, what's the People Just Do Nothing? Oh,
Corrupt FM?
Corrupt. Yeah, maybe he should just do it with Corrupt FM and get Victoria Beckham on it.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, Corrupt. Come out of the woodwork with Dane Bowers and Victoria Beckham.
That would be ultimate hun, wouldn't it?
That is the purest of huns.
Can our next episode be top 10 hun songs?
Can we do a vote? Would you do a fan vote if we did a top 10 huns songs?
We'd have to, because how do we gather that data?
Yeah. I guess that's it. Thank you so much for listening to your number one pod. I've been Kay. This is Naomi.
I waved like people might be listening to this, so you wouldn't see that.
I saw draw a breath when you waved. I was like, who are you waving to? But thank you so much for listening. If you love what you hear, please do give us a little like, a mention, a little subscribe, whatever you can on the platform you listen to. It really, really does make all the difference.
And a little nudge on TikTok, because the algorithm seems to hate us at the minute.
I know. We're back in 200 jail, aren't we?
I don't know what's going on.
I know. They
and then it's like, oh, pay £3.25 and we'll boost it. And I'm like, why don't you just boost it anyway?
Or just show people because we're hilarious, obviously.
Right?
We're not funny at all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.